Have you ever felt not good enough despite your achievements? In my Asian household, humility was always valued over self-promotion. My name is Lindsay Kwok Hugh, and unfortunately in my 40s, I've had to learn that downplaying my achievements is what kept me safe growing up, but that in my adult years, it's exactly what has held me back, I believe, both personally and professionally. So let's talk about the huge downside to humility, why it's so common across Asian American women, and what we can do to actually manage it. In general, women are taught to be modest and to avoid self-promotion. We're taught that confidence equals arrogance. And this is exacerbated when you look around the room and you realize you're the only one, or you're the one of just a few. And it's so hard to not let intrusive thoughts like, do I even deserve to be here? Or was I only picked in order to check off a box? Percolate in your mind. You fear being outed despite your qualifications and your many accomplishments, and I want you to know, if you've ever thought this is so normal. Layered on top of that, women in Asian cultures are expected to be humble, or even worse, to let the work stand on its own because somebody's gonna recognize you. So you downplay your achievements, or you deflect when you receive a compliment. Oh, it was just luck. Oh, I work with a great team. And some of this might be true, and it's also because you are amazing. So here are 2 things that I want you to do to start owning your achievements. The first thing I want you to do is I want you to reframe humble self-talk. When you find yourself saying, oh, it was just luck, or oh, it wasn't really that big of a deal, I want you to replace it with, yeah, I worked hard for that. And if that's just too much right now, that's okay. Instead, I want you to practice noticing when you do start to begin to fall into that humility trap. When you hear yourself say, oh, it was just luck, I want you to literally just clock it in your head. Just notice that you just said that, because noticing it and developing a self-awareness when you do fall into that humility trap, that is half of the battle. The second thing I want you to do is to celebrate your wins with a visual. I did this once with an Asian leadership client of mine. I asked him to list out in under a minute everything that he had accomplished, all of his achievements. And you know what happened? In under a minute, he had an almost full-page list of his accomplishments. And I told him no accomplishment is too small, so list everything. At the end of that exercise, he was floored at the volume of data that he had generated. When you see a concrete visual of everything that you have accomplished, both big and small, over the course of your career, it really does something inside of you. It makes you realize that you have so much to be proud of. Everything that you have accomplished, you have accomplished that. And maybe for some of us Asian kids, this was the type of validation that we needed. And if no one has ever said this to you before, let me be the first. You are amazing, you are talented, you are so worthy and deserving of anything good that comes your way. So let's normalize Asian American women being worthy and deserving of everything that they have accomplished. You have worked so hard to get to where you are today. If you agree, I want you to hit that like, follow, and subscribe button. I also want to hear from you. Tell me, what's one compliment that you have really struggled to accept recently? I've probably been there too.